It's going to be hard to describe how transformational and cosmic this experience has been. And I've connected with someone on a soul level, which is always so enriching for me to cut through the small talk and to talk about spirit and pain and becoming. And she gave me this book to read. She was like, this is going to speak to you. And she read me a little passage over breakfast this morning, and the way that my heart exploded open, it was overwhelming. So I'm going to read out this passage, and I'm going to think about it for a long time. Sometimes change doesn't look like the rising of something new. Sometimes it looks like the dissolving of everything familiar. It feels like darkness, like unraveling, like collapse. We aren't taught to trust this part of the cycle, but it is here in the thick, fertile blackness that the next shape is forged. The ancient alchemists knew this well. They called it nigredo, the blackening, the sacred rot and necessary decay. It was the most essential step in their great work, the dark chamber where transformation begins. Here the self is broken open, the outer layers peeled back, and all that is false, old roles, worn out stories, inherited masks and illusions falls away. This blackness is not a void, but a fertile dark, a holy hummus. It is the place where pretense is stripped away, and only what is essential, indestructible, and true is allowed to remain. The psychologist Carl Jung recognized this descent too, not only in the alchemy of gold making, but in the alchemy of soul making. He called it the night sea journey, the archetypal plunge into darkness, where the known self dissolves and the deeper forgotten truths of the psyche begin to stir. It is a time of unraveling, of sacred undoing, when all maps are lost, and yet it is through this very descent that something ancient and luminous is remembered. Only by entering the dark, only by surrendering to the disillusion of the false, can the soul surface, not reborn but revealed. I'm writing about my soul retrieval that happened at the start of the year, and how I'd suppressed a really vulnerable part of myself for a long time, like I think almost my whole life. I suppressed this part of me who has needs and has creativity and is so on this unique path, and I rejected that for so long. And now that I've unearthed this part of me, I'm uniting them, reuniting them. And so these words are my formal apology letter that will go into a body of work. A lifetime's worth of self-suppression. How does someone rebirth from that? Not rapidly, or forcefully, or with any shame instilled at all, but with supreme gentleness, care, recovery, support plans. How dare I rush you, block you, shame you? You are me. How dare I squash you into the ground to live under the earth? Return now, I lift you up. Breathe my air and I'll breathe yours. I'm sorry a million times. There's no one to blame and everyone to forgive. Forgive, forgive, forgive.